56 games in this NFL season. Only one remains, and it's the biggest of them all, as EA Sports is proud to present coverage of the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
Well over 100 million people watching around the world. Welcome to you all. Super Bowl 52 underway from Minneapolis. This is taken at the 3. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. The Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, here comes their offense. And you know that this team, that city, Charles, certainly enjoying their first Super Bowl title.
Fly. Eagles fly.
On the road to victory. I can't
exactly.
Sing.
All of us know the song now.
But as they look forward, everyone wants to talk about, oh, well, Foles is the MVP. Do you put him back out there? Wentz, what do you see at the quarterback spot?
If Carson Wentz is healthy, I see him taking the first snap of the year next year. But they have to hedge their bets with a knee injury. Nick Foles still under contract. People may be interested in him. But if I'm the Eagles, you got to come with a big ransom to try and get Nick Foles off of my team.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet, near the 42. For the AFC champion New England Patriots, here are the starters on the defensive side.
Well, they will be retooled in 2018, but still some familiar faces. Trey Flowers, a defensive end, their best pass rusher. Dante Hightower, injury-plagued in 2017. They expect him back full-time for this season. And back deep, Devin McCourty, he orchestrates their defensive secondary, the only Pro Bowl representative off of their defense in 2017.
Foles. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Tom Brady ready to lead the New England Patriots onto the field. Well, 5 Super Bowl rings will have to be enough, at least for now. The crazy thing is that you and I were talking about, Charles, what are the chances he would throw for 500 yards in the Super Bowl? Patriots never punted, and they lost.
That doesn't make any sense.
None.
Because when that happens, his team wins. I mean, I don't think it's ever happened in NFL history. It's the oldest league MVP at the age of 40. He's got plenty left. We'll see him back out there.
Yeah, I know you're not doubting him for that 6th Super Bowl.
No, not it.
Chris Hogan, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Hogan, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And on the grandest of stages, with a whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. And Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible?
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters, losing the all-world left tackle? And Halapua Vitae, who they drafted the year before, filled in quite capably. They had answers for everything they needed. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Foles, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Foles. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. 2nd down following the run. Again, it's Lewis. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Here are the starters on defense for the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.
How about a quick look back at 2017 and how they got to the Super Bowl? The defensive side contributed greatly. Fletcher Cox, a defensive tackle. Malcolm Jenkins at safety. Brandon Graham, defensive end. They were established guys, but they picked up Chris Long last year in free agency. How about Jalen Mills emerging at cornerback, traded for Ronald Darby, and Nigel Bradham stepped in when Jordan Hicks got hurt and really did a bang-up job in the middle.
Now Brady. This is White on the screen. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Offense.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Now Brady. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Sproles, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down. Doesn't find anyone open. Tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Ajayi. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. 12 yards is the pickup there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll set up to throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now Dion Lewis to return. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A final shot before break. Brady into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. I know when I joke about you guys skipping halftime, sometimes you get frustrated, but this is the Super Bowl. You got to watch the halftime show of the Super Bowl. All right, let's get you to the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. So the Patriots coming out now. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? They'll run now with Burkhead. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still 3rd down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. It's over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense. Here's Sproles. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play. Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain. Looking to throw. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route,
and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Eagles on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And that score and the point after will knock this ball game up.
And when you're playing from behind, all you want to do is get back to even and, in a sense, start over again. That's exactly what they were able to accomplish.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is Selleck here with a grab. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now it's Ajayi. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Rolling to his right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's Brady. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down. Now Lewis. And an alley to run. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They try again with Lewis. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hogan. Pushing his way through. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Hogan, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Back to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 6 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He's back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. He finds his tight end, Salek. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Foles. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Brent Salek, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is